Hi, everyone. As I was thinking about how to write this speech, I realized that no matter what anyone says, it's going to be cliche. You can't write a graduation speech without reliving memories in your head. My case was no exception. It took a while to get going on the speech because I literally didn't know where to start. Do I talk about senior year, high school, maybe even throwback to middle school? But graduation is really about our entire academic career, so I figured, why not take it all the way back to the very beginning, the first day of kindergarten? That was when it really started. You were going to actual school now. Parents, please close your eyes for a minute and think about the way your child used to hold your finger with their small hand, both literally and metaphorically looking up to you as you guided them everywhere. Across the street to the park, through the aisles of books in the libraries, home after a long day at school. Imagine them, all dressed and ready to walk through the door. Watch them disappear into that large foreign building, yourself filled with the bittersweet realization of the passage of time, not knowing if they will sleep during nap time or spend the entire time fighting over a spot. Now open your eyes and see your little child all grown up and sitting in a red cap and gown. They've braved the confusion of elementary school, the social challenges of middle school, and the intensity of high school. This is how far they've come, and it wouldn't have been possible without you. I know my parents and sister have been instrumental in shaping me to be who I am today. More so my sister, because as those who know her know, she'd yell at me if I don't say that. So on behalf of all of my classmates, parents, thank you. Not all of us physically look up to you anymore, but you will always be our most important role models. And despite all of our mood swings and phases and fights with you, we love you. All right, class of 2019, now it's your turn. Close your eyes for just a moment and think about who you used to be on the first day of kindergarten. It's hard to remember, isn't it? We were tiny and inexperienced, scared yet still curious about everything. Think about meeting your teacher for the first time, about making new friends, about seeing just how big the world really is. We had dreams then, to grow up and be a firefighter, a teacher, the President of the United States. We wanted to understand life around us, to be a part of it and call it our own. We may have not known it then, but those early visions are what have driven us to be who we are today. Now open your eyes and reflect on the last 4 years. High school has been quite the experience for all of us, and we've made some memories we'll always hold dear. Mundelein High School's incredible faculty and staff have provided us opportunities that have shaped us as human beings. I'm avoiding specifics here because what meant a lot to me may not have been so important to you, and vice versa. We decide the moments we take into our own futures, whether they be memories from extracurriculars or accomplishments in class. There's no denying that these last 4 years have had their own magic. We've all had a mixed bag of experiences. We've met people who took us under their wings, people who made us laugh, and people who showed us the sometimes harsh reality of the outside world. But what brings all of these people and experiences together is that they've all helped us grow. Kindergarten was 12 years ago. In hindsight, it seems to all have passed so quickly. These last 4 years may seem to be more ingrained in our minds, but that doesn't mean the memories of little toddler us are any less real. Just ask the parents, they'll confirm. I know I'm playing right into all that cliche stuff I talked about earlier, but we've come a long way. It's been quite the hike at times and a walk in the park at others. I've made some wonderful friends along the way. You all know who you are, and I know all of you have as well. We've changed and we've grown, but we're not done growing. I forced myself to hold back on a Lord of the Rings reference until the end, but Bilbo had it right. I think I can safely speak for all of us in saying that we're quite ready for another adventure. Whatever that adventure of yours may be, college, the military, trade school, the workforce, anything, I challenge you to get a head start on that today. We talked about us 12 years ago. Now take a moment and imagine yourself in another 12 years. Think about where you want to be and the work you'll put in to get there. Think about all that you're grateful for now and all that you'll be grateful for then. Think about how you'll grow and change, but never forget your roots. And open your eyes. Open your eyes and understand that we may be at the bittersweet end of 12 years here, but it's only the beginning of another dynamic 12 years, and hopefully many sets of 12 years to come. To the friends, families, and members of the class of 2019, thank you for your time. To the Mundelein High School administration and staff, thank you for the opportunity to speak at this ceremony. And to all the mothers present, happy Mother's Day.
We arrived at Mundelein High School 4 short years ago, and it is already time to leave. It seems like just yesterday we were freshmen, fighting with the lock on our lockers, dashing through the crowded halls looking for our next class, and being wary of the scary juniors and seniors. Then suddenly we were the seniors that the freshmen were both intimidated by and inspired by. We became seniors, ready to graduate and accelerate into the real world. But now that we are right in front of the finish line, we can't help but look back at all of the moments that brought us here. How do we measure the time we've spent here at Mundelein? Freshman year, we measured it by firsts. First homecoming with your friends from middle school, first time trying out new clubs and sports, and first time taking the dreaded finals. Sophomore year, we were just trying to get by. We made new friends, and we felt like we finally had a grasp on how things worked around here. Junior year was filled with so many questions that demanded answers. What would we do after high school? Where would life take us? Who would we become? Finally, we entered our senior year, and sadly, it was measured in last. Last football games being front row in the bleachers, last school plays and musicals with the cast members that have become your second family, and last dances with the friends you've made throughout the years. Today, we stand here celebrating our successes, and we can confidently say we have overcome the challenges we have faced over the past 4 years. It's time for our victory lap. We have reached the end of our marathon here at Mundelein High School, but the truth is, graduation is just the beginning. It's the start of the series of events that will form the rest of our lives. All the accomplishments we achieve throughout our lifetime should be used as starting points for further achievements. Let this graduation be your launching point, propelling you to wherever your future is meant to take you. We don't stop growing after we receive our diploma. Life is all about growing, whether it is learning new things every day or working to become a better version of ourselves than we were the day before. Transformation is a process, and as life continues, we won't win every race. There will be setbacks, but we will all have opportunities to seek and win the gold in many situations we will face. Being here today as the class of 2019 has shown us that we are capable of accomplishing our goals when we commit ourselves to them. I hope all of us here today can be proud of this memorable turning point and use it to create something greater for ourselves and for our communities. Look forward to the accomplishments you are yet to achieve and to the whole new world of firsts awaiting you. Picture your first job in a new and refreshing environment, your first apartment all to yourself, and so much more. Take each new problem with confidence, knowing that we are prepared for any obstacle that we may face. Challenges will test our strengths, weaknesses, and faith. There will be times that we feel like we cannot possibly go on. In this large, busy world, it's easy to become overwhelmed and feel alone, but we are not. We are all experiencing this adventure side by side. Nothing worthwhile will be easy. Be relentless and show the same spirit you've shown throughout your years here. Consider the sacrifices you've made, the sleepless nights you've endured, and the pressures you've overcome, because this moment is the ticket to our next destination. Thank you.